Hey, everybody. So, hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? Um, just getting back into the office from after doing Spurs week. So, we're going to kind of talk about that today about like post live events, what happens after the events. Um, because that's when the real money is being made. Well, real money is being made before, but real money is being made at real opportunity. I'm gonna say that's where the real opportunity lies. In the event planning space. So we're going to kind of talk about that. I know that lately my microphone has been low. So if it goes low, you guys tell me and I will do what I can do to make sure that it's super loud because it does go low. So last week was Spurs week in Austin, and we were invited to do the live activations down there, which was really fun. Was really fun. We got to do was Spurs. We just want to make sure that this is on and everything. Okay. To do, hold on, y'all. The live activations down there, which was really fun. Was really fun. We got to do was okay. So it was really fun. It was a lot of work. I always tell people this doing events is a lot of work. That's why you have to charge what you charge for it because I'm literally like the week before the event, probably 3, 4 days prior to any event, and then a week after the event. Sometimes it takes me 2 weeks to really just juggle everything, right? So when you look at it that way, then you can say, okay, well, that's why you're charging what you're charging because you're charging for the experience, you're charging for the setup, you're charging for pre-testing and all of that stuff. So in this video, I'm gonna kind of go through that while I'm working. Um, and if anybody comes on, I'm setting up the tablet so that I can also kind of like talk to y'all. But we got down there on Wednesday. The first event was absolutely amazing. I'll probably go over and show you guys a little bit of it over on the Instagram page. We had a really good time at the event. We did patches, and I think we got a couple of the patches over here that we did. Let me see. So this is just a couple of patches that we did at this particular event. And these were applied to bags and t-shirts and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing a whole video on live events, well, a whole course on live events. But just kind of coming on, kind of giving you guys a little bit of some, because I tell you guys like before the events, these are some towels that they had. We didn't print these towels. But what we did is we took and we put, if they wanted patches, even on their towels, we put patches on the towels, and then bags that they had, we did bags. One of the things with bags is, or any type of product, this bag is so thick and then this is thick. This is one that did not heat apply well. Some of the patches were high quality, some not, you know. And what I mean is like on sometimes you'll get patches in the back, the adhesive is just not really good, or some of them we would find that the back didn't even have adhesive on it. And so those were not patches that we print in-house. So y'all know those were not our patches. Um, but it was a really fun thing. I have not ran. We actually did. So we did Wednesday, and then we also did Thursday, and before that we did a sublimation event. So I have not put anything in the sublimation printer. I just brought it out of the car, so I'm gonna actually um do a test print on this just to make sure that the sublimation printer is still up and running real quick while I'm on here. So do maintenance, do nozzle check. So I'm literally worried about these printers because um, I'll have to figure out a way to keep them running. Um, you know, after doing an event, like I can't let them just sit to the next event because all events are not going to be sublimation. So, I got to kind of like this right there is the issue already. We already got a clog. So, um, that type of stuff I have to deal with. It has been sitting in the car, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a head cleaning while I'm here, and then I'll do that one. But that type of stuff, it takes a long time. Like once you set up after the event, like what do you do? Tell you guys what went on a little bit like during the event. I've got some video here that I can share. Um, let's see, is the phone charged up enough for me to, yep, it is. So we got to the event like 2 hours early. You always want to get to the event early. Especially when you're going like out of town, you're in a whole nother city because you don't know the city, you don't know the traffic, you don't know what could happen between, the city that you're in and the city that you're going to. We drove 3.5 hours away. So we did leave early, and so we arrived. The event started at like 5 and we arrived at like 2:30, which was great because we did get to go ahead and do our setup early. So we went ahead and set up. A lot of times we get to events. When I get to events, I absolutely do not know who I'm printing for, y'all, until I walk in the door. And people always say, well, who are you printing for? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't really ask questions. I don't really care. It's just a matter of like, when you get there, it's always a big name. So this was for the San Antonio Spurs. I actually knew before I got there that this was going to be for the Spurs when I got the artwork and everything. So I knew, I just didn't say anything. Um, but I did mention it to Ken. And then, so once we got there, he was like fanning out over all the basketball players and stuff like that. And I didn't know who anyone is because I don't follow like sports like that. So I didn't really um know who anyone was. But we set up, we did an amazing setup. Oh my God. So I switched my setups from using body forms, y'all, to I switched the setups from using the body forms to using, I see it's 3 people watching. Hey guys, how y'all doing? I switched my setups from using body forms to using my grid walls. Simply, and I don't know, the body forms are like easy to travel with, but for some reason I can never keep up with the parts, like the round part and the pole and all of that stuff. So I ended up, I still use the body forms. I'll still use the body forms for some events, but because table space is always limited, I decided to go with the grid walls. So I only took 2 grid walls, so that we could do a display like behind you. If you take over on my Amazon page, I have the grid walls, y'all. So there's like 3 grid walls. You get like 3 grid walls for like $80. And if you put all 3 of those grid walls together, I think each one is about 24 inches. You've got what, if it's 24 inches, you've got 6 feet. You've got a 6-foot table, so it makes a really nice backdrop for you to put your designs on and everything. So I put the designs on those. The grid walls that I purchased are not the ones that fold down. These you have to actually take the screw and screw them down. I'll see if I can find a picture. But so I had to actually take the screw and like screw unscrew them and put them in two pieces to get them in the car, which was literally fine. But now they do have the ones that actually fold over and then the legs fold in, which makes it a whole lot easier to travel with. But it just elevates your look, right? And then we have, so now we have these stands like this. And I wrote so the online designer that I made, I put everything on on the tablets, and so people can walk up and choose their experience that way. That may be something that I end up selling. I haven't decided yet. Okay, the printer is back. um so that was pretty cool. If y'all have any questions while I'm talking, I'm just on here just talking today and working. So that was pretty cool. The setup looked amazing. I had a roller rack with shirts on it, and that looked amazing. So go there and check out the Instagram page because it absolutely looked amazing. Once we set up, we had the client wanted us to use these forms that they had, and we put the forms on the table, but we didn't end up using the forms just because of our system, the way that we do things. I mean, I'm talking about, we just ram through that stuff like literally. Um, this is a little, I don't know if you guys can see. So that was you can, yeah, you can see the setup there. So that was the setup with the patches. And then of course I had my um little buckets that I have for patches. I'm thinking about elevating because the table looks flat. So thinking about just kind of elevating some stuff, but this is kind of once the event got going, where you can kind of see just a little bit of how things were going. And we had those HTV runt presses, which actually worked pretty good for this event. I'm probably going to end up switching out presses here pretty soon because I have been having some issues with some of the presses. So sometimes I've got one that actually has gone out on me. And it's only been like, if it's even been a total year. I don't know if it's even been a total year, y'all, since that has, you know, stopped, since I bought it and it stopped working. I don't like the fact that you can't thread them. And so that has kind of become an issue for me, that I can't thread the actual, that you can't thread it. But anyways, Saturday, we did our thing again on Saturday, finished it up on Saturday. The event that and everything with that went perfectly smooth. We actually finished like a whole hour before the event was over, so they were really, really happy with that. I use the Meta glasses. Oh my God, I'm telling y'all, the Meta glasses are a lifesaver. I actually used Meta glasses and I also used a gimbal this time, but I was able to get some really, really good content off of the Meta glasses that I haven't even put out. I think I got like 43 videos from using the Meta glasses, I want to say. So totally worth the investment to get the Meta glasses. And I'm trying to decide, the only thing about the Meta glasses, y'all, is that I never get on film. So if you're like a person that likes to be on camera, then that kind of makes it hard with the Meta glasses. Hey, I'm on the live. You on live? Yeah, I'm on live. Okay. Okay. So that kind of makes it hard with the Meta glasses if you want to get yourself on camera. But what I did is I just ended up taking the glasses off and turning my glasses towards myself so that I could get me dancing a little bit, because y'all know I do be dancing at the when I do the events. Um Now this thing said it had, how did that happen? I could have swore it said it had like 90 something percent or something. So, um, I'm trying to see if I can go in. So I got a bunch of content from the Meta glasses. I also used, so this time I also took a gimbal. And the problem with the gimbal is finding somewhere to sit it that's, inconspicuous, where people don't really see that you're recording and stuff like that. To where it's just not real obvious. Some people don't like to be on video. When I do my videos, I do try to like cut out people's faces and stuff like that. But the problem with the gimbal is that it was so close. The Meta glasses gives you that bird's eye view where you everything you want to see you can see. So if I look here, I'm getting all of that. Sometimes the movement is too fast, so I have to intentionally like barely, like do like that when I'm moving. So I do that. But like I said, when I took them off, I just took them off and it was real cool. um let's see. And it was kind of dark in there. So let's see. Let me go to my gallery. And so that whole event was just fire. It was fire. I actually even got some photos that so this is kind of what the metas look like. That's a little footage. Of course, it's not going to show y'all as good on here but you can go over to the Instagram and kind of see the footage over on Instagram. Some of it anyways. There's another one right there. So we were the main entertainment. They had a photo booth, a 360 photo booth, not the 360. They had a one of those newer style photo booths that just sit there and stand there and you snap and do the picture. They had the photo booth there. I got some pictures. I don't even know who this guy is, but I got I actually got two. So I ended up getting this one at the end of the event. I got this one right here. I don't know who those people are. And they also gave me this guy right here, which I like the frame. So I'm going to definitely put him up. I got to find out who they are. And so I got this one right here. Anybody know who he is? Tell me in the comments. So I got those two. And I got a bunch of stuff, but it got me to thinking about the tiles. So tomorrow, these are printed with water-based ink, right? But I started thinking, well, maybe we could do some sublimation here on the channel with some tiles, because people are always calling me asking me about different things to print on. So I jumped on Amazon. I ordered some tiles. I'll give you guys the link tomorrow. It was a 4-pack. No, it was a 50 pack of tiles for like $15. So I ordered the tiles and the tiles will be in. We've cleaned the printer, got it ready. So then we'll run some sublimation prints tomorrow and do like some different designs. Now, the only thing is this is a big tile. So this tile is probably, I would say about 12 or 13, maybe 14 by 18, somewhere off in there. And so this is bigger than what my printer will print, but we can play with it, right? I still got that other big printer over there that I have not cleaned or haven't done anything with. I was getting rid of the big printer because my mindset was I don't need a big printer anymore since everything I do is small. But we're going to run the sublimation tiles tomorrow and see how that works. Hey, Crafty. So, that's about it. So moving on from that, then we did the sublimation event that we did, y'all. Sublimation prints turned out beautiful. The process works beautifully. Definitely going to probably end up doing a class on it, on how I set that system up, because it works. When I tell y'all, it works beautifully, like absolutely beautifully, setting that class up. So if you're not part of the um of my school, it's Print Boss Academy over on school platform, which we haven't really gotten a bunch of stuff going on over there yet, but I'm trying to get it up to 100 people to join before I just really take off. But that has been, I'm probably gonna send out emails this week to them. So that was one thing. And then we did the sublimation event, everybody loved it. We did have an issue at the event with the people there at the event, because they hadn't ever had a live event before. And so a lot of times when people haven't ever had anyone do a live event before, then they don't understand how it works and things like that. So that was kind of an issue. But we pushed on through and got that done. I don't know if that's the scene that I would, like do again. Um, but as far as the process goes, I'll definitely do more of those. I'm just trying to go through. So now I'm back in the office. Like I said, sometimes it takes me a couple of days or so or more to just get myself back together. So now that I have done that and I have gotten myself back together, I'm ready to move forward. And this is where the money comes, y'all. After you do a live event. And this is what I think that a lot of people don't really even realize. After you do a live event, then you have that momentum, and you can go in and you can go in and turn that, all of the stuff that you have, turn it into Instagram posts and stuff like that, with like the things that you do or that you did. And then you can promote that and then put that out there, send out newsletters. So when I get back into the office after doing the event, like I do this event, and then I'll say, okay, well, I'm gonna take this event and then take that event and make that event book me out 3 to 4 more times, right? The other thing is, so I'm kind of thinking, and y'all kind of tell me if y'all want a class on this or not, if because it'll be a paid class, but um taking an event and taking it from a basic event where it's a $10,000 event and turning it into like a $30,000 event, because most of the time when you do these events, people are getting other merch and they're getting other things. And so if you're a printer, you might as well print everything from the t-shirts to the patches to everything, even the stuff that you're outsourcing. So I'm thinking about doing a whole master class on that. If anybody's interested in that, then make sure that you comment masterclass, and like I said, go over there and join the Lady Print Boss Academy, because that stuff is coming soon. Whew. The major thing is when you get back in from doing the event, y'all, then there's so much stuff for me to do. I got so many people that have hit me. So while you're out making money, a lot of times you're losing money too, right? Because and so that's what you got to charge for, because you are literally like losing money. People think, oh, you're not losing money. Yeah, you're losing money. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through, just basically going through everything that I have here, going through my emails. This is my process for after an event. I come in, and clear out the emails. So I'm clearing out emails, looking at stuff. I started a promotion the other day, and right now, I wish I could show you guys, but I have one, two, three, four, five. That's the same lady. I think it's five. Five leads. Five leads. Um, that I'm gonna respond to. And the key is for me, I don't respond like soon as stuff comes in. Sometimes you go in and because I'm still deleting stuff and stuff like that. So not only am I going to respond to those, um, let's see here, lead check. Let me look and see because I want to make sure. I want to make completely sure. Okay, so between today is the 25th. So we had one, two come in today, two came in yesterday, one came in on the 19th. Um, so all of these that came in, go in and look at. Do not like it when sometimes people they select like so many different options. It's really hard to give you a it's really hard to give you a to give people idea of cost because they choose so many different options. But okay, these are all good. And when are the dates? So right now I'm booking, I'm not gonna do anything probably. I know I'm not doing anything this month. I may do something like posters. I don't think so. I'm not the person to do posters, y'all. I'm really not the person to do posters. I'm really not the person to do posters. I would have to kind of think if I want to do posters. Adrian! I think my nephew screen prints posters. I can't screen print posters. It's not something I've ever been um see if he perfected it because he did posters at one of the shows, and it's so I need to see first of all if it's even something that we can do, right? Before anything. Um, I need to see is it even something that we can do. Hey, so I got a lady that want to have some posters printed live. How you feeling about that? Yeah. Can you print them though? Did you print them at that other thing? You did what you did. You was doing water base, right? Did he was he spraying it down throughout or what? He wasn't. He was just printing. Okay. So he printed like one color first, and then he let those air dry, and then he. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I add poster print to the thing that we do. Okay, so let's see here. Thank you for a draft for you. Who is this? Oh, this is for an upcoming event for 700 shirts. Oh, let me see. Mm, that's big. Oh, Jesus. It's got a lot of colors and prints, and I'm trying to see if we even doing this type of stuff anymore. Okay. So let me get her a quote. So she wants front and back. And she wants 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me hit you back. Let me do a quote. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That's a big one. So, if y'all don't have my online quoting system, baby, you need to get it. The online quote system, your clients just literally like put in their information. I don't know, that's not even showing. Put in your information, get the instant quote, and then down here you can literally like check out. So, yep. Let's see here. She's got 1, 2. Let's see. Y'all help me with this. Okay, let's see how many colors we got here. We got white. Then we got a cream. That's 2. We got a blue. That's 3. We got a red. That's 4. We got a gray. That's 5. And we might have a little black. That's 6. That's a full color design is what we got up in here. Full color design is what we got. So we are going to quote her on a full color front and a 1 color back. Okay, so this particular lady wants 700 pieces. And then, so I'm going to tell you guys what people will do. They'll say, okay, well, we want to get 700 pieces. And we would love to add your name as a sponsor. Well, it's actually more work. Okay. It's actually more work for you to do that. So I don't do discounts on stuff like that just because it's a lot of work. Okay. Basic tee. Okay. 700. You're looking at. I'm very particular about the jobs that I take nowadays. Very particular. Um, Even when they come up and it be a lot of money, I'm still particular about it. Yeah, I'm still particular about it. Mm. So we're looking at, I don't know if that's even something that I want to do. So now when I get a job and I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's like if the job is too time consuming for me, sometimes I just don't want to take it. Hmm. baby. That's a lot of work for me to be doing. Do it at $12 each. Marina. Okay, chat. Let's send Marina an email. Her name is Marina. She's wanting to get she has a full color front print and she has a full color front print and a one color back print. It's actually an oversized design. As I'm looking at it, it's actually gonna have 2 locations. So let's email her and tell her that she's gonna be looking at about $13 a shirt. Getting those done. Printing is gonna take 2 weeks. And let's see when she wants them. Yeah. So yeah, printing is gonna take 2 weeks. $13 a shirt, times 700 shirts. That's gonna be for small through extra large. If she needs extended sizes, which are sizes above extra large, then she's going to be looking at $3 more per shirt. Total it up for her, charge 8.25% sales tax, and send her an email. Ask her if she would like to proceed with the order. If so, then I just need for her to respond with the exact shirt sizes that are needed, and I'll go ahead and get the invoice over to her for payment, and we can get started on this order. Just pulled up to the job. All right, girl, have yourself a good day. Okay. Go in and stop being lazy. And okay. You know what's going on with my turn over the quote. Let's see how close I am, y'all. Let's see how close I am with that quote. Because I just chat GPT'd it and called it a day when I really need to just go ahead and put it in. Let's see. We came up with 91 something. Let's see what we come up with here in the pricing quoter. I think my X is on. I'll do the 3600. And we won't even worry about a shirt color. We'll just put it 700. And we'll do 5 colors. Did I say 5 colors or 6 colors? Yep, right on the money. I'm very, very close, y'all. 14 after sales tax, but okay, we'll take that. So what I'm gonna do is go in and you just add in your customer's name. Of course, I can't show y'all that part, but I'll just go in and put the lady's name in here and send her over a quote. See, what was the name? if it is, was this a nonprofit? I can't remember if it was a nonprofit or not. I think it was a nonprofit. Did I say this was a nonprofit? Let's see. If it's a nonprofit, she won't pay sales tax. Did she say they were nonprofit? Let's see here. Yeah, it is a nonprofit. Okay. Oh, being that it's a nonprofit, we'll remove the taxes. $13. Mm-hmm. Some reason my ActiveX is not working here. Let's see here. Go to my trust center. Okay, so let me show y'all this. If you are in your calculator and you have a problem where you're not able to save, then go ahead and change this right here, right? And update your ActiveX so that you are able to do what you need to do in your computer where you can print and whatnot, okay? So go ahead and reply to her. Mm, okay. Okay, so that's that one. And then all we have to do now is go over here to the drafts and update on the drafts. So the way that I have my email set when people send me over stuff, here's the video of one of the presses from yesterday. Oh, I have been trying to get this video to go over to these people to HTV Run for a minute, y'all. One of my HTV Run presses is showing an error too. If you error, E1, and one of them showed like a E0, like a 002 or 001. I actually started breaking it down, so y'all are gonna get a video on that pretty soon if you're interested in. Let me see, did it send this time? Because it had not sent from the phone. It finally sent, so hopefully I'll get a response from HTV Runt pretty soon with in regards to all of that stuff. So, okay, so live event, the Harris House. Let's see here. Okay, what are you guys needing? On-site activations. Okay. Well, what I want you to do is review this. And then once you review it, you are wanting posters. Oh my God, so posters. When is the event? March 12th? Let me see. Did a 2-hour event doing posters live. Should be actually cheaper than how many posters is she needing? 75. Okay. So here we're going to delete all of this here. Okay. I'm going to delete merch here. I'm gonna let Adrian go get this money from 2,500 and let him go get that. Oh, live printing. Okay, so okay. This is my type of event. Okay, so their vision. And these people, they done sent me a vision of what they got. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. Okay, so you want screen printing. Okay. Send that over. Okay, this one wants screen printing. Pretty much have all of my stuff is pretty much already templated, so not much for me to do. Okay. So did I reply to these already? We did. So that's what happens after I do an event, then I'm going in and prepping for to send out stuff to new clients. I'm actually switching back from Cloud HQ back over to GMass on my email campaigns. Yeah, because, okay, we got one right here. We can quote two ways. Okay, so interested in 3,000 shirts due March 2027. Would like the cost front and back. Okay, so 3,000. Okay, so she wants single color front and back, and then 3-color front and back. Okay. Y'all sure wanted a lot of shirts here lately. Okay. I've gotten so where I don't like to do the real big orders. I don't know why, but I don't. Don't ask me that again. Okay. Now, let's do. I'm gonna have to get off of here because being online is messing up my. Let's see, what did she say she wanted? What kind of shirts? Okay, most cost efficient t shirt. Okay, um, so she wants the most cost efficient t shirt, then we're gonna go with something cheap. Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because my PC does not like running um my Excel at the same time as I'm online. So I need to get these quotes in. Let me see if I can have me a 10G day. I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye. Oh, that's why. Because you, is that what's